Welcome, everyone. What a time to be alive. The arrival of Gemini hasn't just given us better tools, it has given us a massive opportunity to reimagine Looker. And that is exactly what we have done in the last 12 months. Today, we're going to be showing you a Looker built to empower every business user in the agentic era. I'm Karthik Ramakrishnan. I lead engineering for Looker and Knowledge Catalog. And today, we're going to be showing you the full picture, the full Looker movie. Sean is going to unveil the brand new Looker. Thomas will show you how YouTube, one of the world's most data-intensive businesses, scales with Looker. We are covering the vision, the tech, and we have some exciting demos lined up today. So let's get started. Our vision for Looker is to move from data visualization to data agency. We want to redefine how organizations interact with data. In Looker, we aren't just making charts easier to read, we are making intelligence more accessible and actionable than ever before by grounding the AI in the data that you trust. But Looker doesn't sit in a vacuum. It's powered by Google's agentic data cloud. The agentic data cloud is a Gemini-infused data ecosystem that connects your entire landscape, every cloud, every engine. We are fundamentally shifting from human scale to agent scale. By unifying Data Cloud's knowledge catalog with Looker, we are making your entire data estate agent-ready. We are giving AI the precise context it needs to move from answering to acting. Bringing the focus back onto Looker, we are taking Looker everywhere. It's no longer a tool just for the business analyst. Whether it's a delivery driver seeking route insights or your warehouse worker managing inventory, everyone gets the same North Star of data. By unifying your governance layer, we've ensured that the foundation of your intelligence is always consistent, trusted, and agent-ready. Think of Looker as the vital experience layer. It provides version control, security, and API orchestration to turn raw data into valuable insights. And it enables users to take actions on those insights. Users can experience Looker through self-service dashboards or through embedded analytics. You can bring Looker to your favorite application. Through conversational analytics, you can converse with your data in plain, simple, natural language. You can even become a data scientist and run sophisticated modeling experiments. We have used Gemini extensively to fundamentally rethink every layer of the Looker stack, from the way a user models their data to how they build their explores and visualize their data. We are removing friction that has traditionally slowed down the path to insights. By infusing Gemini throughout, we are making the entire BI workflow faster, smarter, and more accessible to every business user. So how did we do it? To reimagine Looker, we went on a customer-led journey and focused our energies on three themes or three vectors. We doubled down on conversational analytics. We want to make it easy for everyone in the organization to interact with their data in plain, simple, natural language. We built clean, AI-powered self-serve experiences to enable organizations to easily derive and share insights. 3, we developed an open platform to deliver trusted insights onto any application, workflow, or AI agent. Today, we'll double-click on these three vectors and showcase the new Looker platform's capabilities through some exciting demos. Let's take a closer look at the first vector, conversational BI, and how it changes the end user experience. Our goal with conversational BI is to move away from dashboards as a destination towards data as a dialogue. This isn't just about a chat interface. It's about lowering the interaction barrier for the entire organization to derive insights efficiently and quickly. Users can experience conversational agents directly from the Looker UI, through Looker's embedded offering, through the API, or through Gemini Enterprise. By delivering conversational experiences across multiple surfaces, we've made data interaction omnipresent. For long, business intelligence has been a destination, a place where people go when they have questions to ask. We've changed all that forever. We launched BI Agent in Q4 of last year. Since then, in close partnership with the Gemini organization, with the DeepMind team, we pushed the boundaries on accuracy and reasoning. With the introduction of fast thinking mode, we reduced the friction between a question and an insight. But speed is nothing without clarity, and hence we developed agent-led disambiguation. The system now acts as a collaborative thought partner that asks the right follow-up questions to ensure it truly understands the user's intent. This isn't just an upgrade. It's a commitment to continuously improve the accuracy and precision of the system required for enterprise-level decision-making. I have now 3 exciting announcements to make. Number 1, we are incredibly thrilled to announce the launch of dashboard agents. For decades, dashboards have been something you look at, a static collection of charts and grids. We are changing all of that. Dashboard agents now bring powerful conversational capabilities directly into your visual BI workflow. Now you just don't observe a trend, you talk to it. You can ask your dashboard to explain the why behind the numbers, get instant summaries, and deep insights through natural language. In short, we are turning every dashboard into a living, breathing data partner. Moving on to the second announcement, we are launching triggered workflows. Now, Looker agents move from passive reporting to proactive monitoring. With triggered workflows, we are closing the loop between insight and execution. These agents now continuously track your metrics and alert your teams the moment a metric shifts, moving beyond what just happened to recommending what to do next. Coming very soon, your agents will be able to trigger real-time actions like sending a notification through email or through your Slack. Moving on to the third announcement, Looker agents are now available within Gemini Enterprise. Looker shouldn't be living on an island. Your Looker agent need to be part of your broader AI strategy, and that is why we've integrated Looker agents with Gemini Enterprise. As a result, it is now easier for organizations to discover and deploy conversational analytics across your entire company. By managing your Looker agents right alongside other enterprise agents, we are providing a single, streamlined experience for the modern AI organization. Sean, over to you for some exciting demos.
Awesome. All right, so we go ahead and pull up the demo machine. For all our current Looker customers out there, thank you. And if you're new to Looker, welcome. I've never been more excited to have this be my third Next, and everything that we're going to showcase for you today is available for you to go try at home. So let's start out with a BI favorite, which is the story of the dashboard. Well, the story of the dashboard is not dead, it's just incomplete. And where we look to say that the first generation of dashboards helped you see and understand your data, that promise was never realized. But with the help of dashboard agents and the power of Gemini, we're allowing any user to be able to look at the dashboard, have it tell us the best stories. You always walk into a dashboard, tell me what's important right now. That's exactly what I asked this dashboard here. It'll tell me how to use this dashboard, how to interact with it. Then I can ask any questions that I have given the tiles on the dashboard. We are visual creatures. The dashboard is the place to start. You give somebody a dashboard, what do? They ask questions. Now you have the helpful dashboard agent to do that. Make it better, the dashboard interaction is completely integrated with the way that the agent behaves. For example, we've got a retail setup here, and I want to look at a couple of campaigns. And so I'm going to cross-filter this with a couple of these campaigns, and you can see how the cross-filter reacts to the dashboard here. And I'm going to just ask my agent around the top 10 products. And it's going to walk through its thinking process, but what you're actually going to see here is that it's going to respect the cross-filters that I have, showing that I can interplay between the agent and the UI control that I have. And you'll hear us talk a lot about this type of product vision that we have, AI power and UI control. And so it's going to walk through the reasoning, and with any luck, the fun of doing live query demos with AI, you can already see I have a standard user, and so you also see that all of my queries are also going to be integrated with Explore, so at any point in time, I can jump from the dashboard to a data exploration. And of course, I can always take a peek behind the reasoning, so everything is transparent. Here it's giving me a new visualization, and there you go. It's respected my cross-filter, nice and neat. So your interactions to the dashboard create these whole new workflows for you to tell stories with your data. Okay, so that's dashboard agents. Let's talk about conversational analytics. If you're new to conversational analytics in Looker, there's two ways that you can do this. You can have a chat with what we call an explorer. An explorer is a Looker term for a pre-joined view from the semantic layer. In this case, we're going to use an agent. Now, I've got a really fun agent that the team has helped set up for his demo today. It actually has 2 explorers. You can add up to 5 explorers for a really wide governed corpus for your data. One is on our transactional database, AllyDB, and the other is BigQuery. And actually, the agent is going to be so clever that it's going to know to traverse between each of the models, depending on my question. We've also added new models, so I can switch between thinking and fast mode. So in this case, and I purposely asked this question, I want to know about revenue per category for Steven. And with any luck, hopefully, the agent will sit here and trigger some of the added disambiguation to make sure that I'm in the loop to clarify. And of course, it's giving me a list of all my friends named Steven that live in my database, and so I will clarify that. Again, because we're working on fast mode, this is meant to just be rapid iteration. And so now the agent is going to go through, it's going to look, and it should give me a breakdown of all the revenue from my friend Steven Adams. There it is, great chart, summary, good to go. If I also take a peek, you also notice there's some Python code. Bookmark that thought for a second, I'll tell you why that is. All right, one more prompt that I have to show you here, because we've also made a number of enhancements on the UX that you've seen. If you've been trying out Looker Conversational Analytics, thank you. Your feedback has helped make this emerging technology so much better. Obviously, the arrival of Gemini 3 has been huge to give us escape velocity in how this has been used. We've also done things like improve the user experience, the summarization, the reasoning, reflection, as well as the visualizations. So there you go. All right, let's take a quick peek behind the agent. So we've given it a name, a description. I told you you can add up to 5 explorers to expand the corpus of the semantic layer. Custom instructions, just like you'd find in a consumer agent with Gemini. In this case, I've triggered enhanced analytics. This allows the agent to use Python in the back end, so it can access more complex questions. Now I can share this with other users with a click, very workspace style sharing. I can also start a new conversation. I can also publish this to, publish this to Gemini Enterprise as well. So if I switch over to Gemini Enterprise, you can see here's my agent, all set and ready to go. And then I can actually go ahead and I can actually light up a query here. There we go. Now this is also going to allow us to also merge unstructured data and also my governed models as well to answer lots of complex questions within Gemini Enterprise. Because this takes a few moments, I ran this pre-generated query before. You can see I'm asking about loyalty trends, category performance, and more. So you can extend this into Gemini Enterprise. Watch this space. So much exciting integration happening here. But wait, there's one more. Looker has always been strong, being an API-first mentality in the way that we build things. And now generally available is the Conversational Analytics API native with the Looker SDK. So what this allows you to do is if you're a Looker embedded customer, you want to build your own custom agent with semantics. This is a reference app that our developer relations team has built. You can use it too. It's in our open source repository. Use this vibe code. Tell us what you made. Make something great. This breaks down all of the different pieces. You can even see it's going to perform some self-healing here, so it can overcome this. It streams with the Looker SDK. And as soon as it finishes thinking, it's going to show us all the different tables, transactions, and the natural language insights as well. So you can untap the full power to get API level access. As this is also going, you'll also see this is available as an iframe embed too. So if you need a really low code way to embed conversational analytics, you got that too. Boom, there's my rainbow. So Gemini showed up in style today. So, all right, to make this real, we're also really excited to also welcome Thomas Seyller from the YouTube team to show us their vision around conversational BI. While I give Thomas a minute to get set up, one of the exciting opportunities we have at Google is that we always have customer zero within Google, and I think what the YouTube team has got set up, you all are going to be really excited. So I'll hand it over to Thomas to take it from here.
Thank you. Let's switch over. This is a bit like a play, where they change the decor and the furniture on you. All right, let's get started. Every day, we have millions of creators who come to YouTube to share, to teach, and to grow. And on the other side of the screen, there are billions of viewers just like you who are eager to connect with the content that they love. My name is Thomas Seyller, and I lead YouTube's Technology and Insights organization. Our job is very fun. We work with all the YouTube business teams to allow these connections between creators and viewers to happen in a way that is informed by data and by outcomes. Creators are the beating heart of the platform, but once in a while, even the biggest stars on YouTube have the need for an expert. And this is where our partner managers come in. YouTube's partner managers have a singular mission. They talk to our creators every single day to make sure that they can reach their goals and get to the next level on the platform. Whether that means building a global business or nurturing an online community, there's a lot that we can do to help. But with the current speed of content creation and over 3 million monetizing partners on the platform, this leads to a daily question for the partner management team. Which creators among all of these faces need my help right now, and what's the best way for me to help them? This is a much bigger task than it used to be, because today creators build in multiple formats, from deep long-form storytelling to quick bursts of inspiration, and from passive viewing to active participation. It's not unusual for a single channel to use all of shorts, long-form, and live streams in a single day. They also started monetizing in multiple ways. They use channel memberships and brand deals and shopping to do all of that. And finally, even the choices that you make about what resolution to upload your content in can make a world of difference for the audience. Different goals require different approaches. If you're a creator based in Panama like Susie, who built her brand around pranks and comedy, you have very different needs and goals from a journalist based in the US like Chris, who mostly produces live streams. All of these creators, all of these unique goals, we have the data to take them to the next level. But having the data was never our problem. Our problem was data chaos. What this meant is that we faced two major challenges. First of all, when the partner managers tried to self-serve, they would find themselves stretched well beyond their technical expertise. They would spend hours upon hours playing with multiple tabs, looking at dashboards, and wondering why the data is not quite matching from one to the other. Have I even set the right filters to the right values between all of these dashboards? It was a grueling use of their time for underwhelming results. And even when they were able to get to the data, it was far too generic. These were general facts and figures and high-level insights, not about your creators, but creators overall. And this is where Google Cloud's Looker came in and made such a huge difference for our team. It solved both of these challenges in a neatly packaged solution. Looker's conversational analytics allows our partner managers to speak with our data the same way they would speak with an analyst. Because Looker is connecting with multiple sources in the background, all you can do is ask a plain English simple question, and you'll get a nuanced, sophisticated, and accurate answer. So the only thing the partner manager needs is the question. Looker automatically picks the right data sources, the right fields, even the right visualization, and you get your answer. No pivot table wrangling required. Let's spend a few minutes looking at examples that will demonstrate how powerful this can be. Imagine that you're a partner manager working for Google and YouTube, congratulations, and you're starting your day. Previously, that would mean jumping between 15 different tabs and looking at many, many dashboards to try to make sense of where you need to focus that day. Sounds like fun. Well, today, you start by asking a very simple and basic question. What are the top opportunities for the creators that I work with? In moments, Looker brings in the context, and you get a clear, prioritized view of the top opportunities you should focus on during the day. Are 4K video and shopping optimized for the creators that I work with? Are there new verticals that I should be approaching about channel members-only content and about live streams? All of these ideas and opportunities are built on mountains and mountains of YouTube performance data that speak not just to the what, but also to the why. Do you remember those 15 tabs that I mentioned earlier? Looker is actually pulling from across all of them behind the scenes and doing the heavy lifting. And without the manual headache, you are now free to focus on opening up the full power of the data. For example, when Looker suggests a list of creators who are missing out on 4K for home televisions, it's because the conversational agent knows two important things. Number one, TVs are a fast-growing medium for creators. As a result, it's a top priority. And number two, 4K is essential in earning and retaining the attention of viewers on home televisions. And by the way, for any of you who have a YouTube channel, this is a real tip. So when you do become famous, I hope that you remember that you owe it to Google Cloud Next. How about another scenario, a bit more specific this time? Instead of looking across the entire portfolio of creators we've got, we want to prepare for a one-on-one meeting with a specific creator. So we ask, what are the top opportunities Ong Squad should focus on to grow her channel? In seconds, you get a tailored coaching blueprint, a personal plan that is based on her content, her audience, and her goals. When Looker recommends something like affiliate shopping, it's not a generic recommendation. Looker analyzed where she had successful engagement with her audience and saw that it was through cooking content. And so it recommended producing more long-form videos and even live streams with her fans built around this cooking content. Let's now pivot to a conversation with a different creator, Creative Kyle, and we're going to start the journey the same way by asking what are the top opportunities that Creative Kyle should focus on to grow his channel. This is a different creator, a different set of circumstances, and as a result, you get a different coaching blueprint. Here, Looker recognizes that you need different recommendations from Ong Squad. Instead of recommending live streams, it realizes that Kyle already has success with live streams. Instead, we pitch Super Chat. Super Chat allows Kyle to set goals for his viewers, and when the viewers reach these goals, he will do something special for them. For example, playing a game, or even singing a song. So Looker's conversational analytics has profoundly changed the way we run our business. It's allowing our partner managers to work with our data set the same way they would speak to a world-class analyst. We've removed the need for technical expertise, all the complexity of managing multiple data sources, and the time that it gets to get to insights. Now it's giving our partner managers more time to do what they love most and what they do best, and that's taking our creators to the next level. We're not done yet. This is only the beginning of the journey. We're focused on continuing to bring new data, new insights, and new signals into the platform so that we can even better support our creators and partner managers. Thank you. And with that, I'll pass it back to Sean and Karthik.
Thank you, Thomas, for that incredible story. We are super delighted to be partnering with you and the entire YouTube team. Thank you very much. Now, continuing on with our product announcements, our first theme focused on conversational analytics, enabling users to interact with Looker using plain, simple, natural language. Our second theme is all about AI-powered self-service. By leveraging Google's state-of-the-art Gemini models, we've built powerful features to simplify the end customer user experience. We went back to the drawing board and worked closely with our customers to redefine how they interact with Looker. As a result, we've drastically improved our core BI essentials by introducing self-service explores, a modernized interface, and significantly richer dashboarding options. We've added highly requested customer features such as tab dashboards, paginated reporting, introduced custom themes, and many more. These updates ensure that while we innovate with AI, the core foundational BI experience remains world-class. The new Looker experience is all about speed and intuition. It features a new drag-and-drop interface, AI-powered starting points to help users kickstart their data analysis. This redesign essentially is focused on making the journey from a question to a visualization as easy and as intuitive as possible. We really can't wait for you all to experience the new Looker. We have leveraged Gemini to build a suite of assistants right inside the Looker product. For example, visualization assistants to make it easy for our customers, for all of you, to build the right charts, expression assistants to help users author complex custom dimensions. In short, what we are doing with these assistants is we are erasing the hard parts of BI. We are transforming what used to be technical hurdles into simple conversational interactions. Now I would like to pass it on to Sean to showcase some of these capabilities.
All right, back to the demo. All right, so what we're going to showcase is, again, some of the great new self-service capabilities we have. Again, keep in mind, it's AI power and UI control. Now, while users have always loved the code-first mentality to Looker, we've added a ton of new visual-based capabilities and ways that you can use ad hoc data within the Looker platform. I can import from cloud to connect directly to a live Google Sheet link, or in this case, I'm going to grab a CSV off my desktop. And what you're going to see is Looker is going to automatically generate the LookML in the background. It's going to write the file to the BigQuery Scratch schema. All this happening behind the scenes as it gives me a visual-based worksheet, automatically identifying my formats, types, that of course I can edit and change as I need. So let's go ahead and add a custom dimension to this data as well. If you're pretty savvy, you know how to write Looker expressions, good for you. If you're a mere mortal like myself, I think Gemini could probably help me out here. So this is a retail example, and what I want to do is I want to do a binning example. This is classic in data. I want essentially to write an expression that's going to give me a short, medium, and long bin so I can understand my campaign duration. So I've expressed this in natural language. Gemini, with any luck here, is going to go ahead and just write the expression for me that I can then drop in and then start to use in my data exploration. Give Gemini just another second here. There it is. It's the Wi-Fi. I would never. There we go. Campaign's here. There we go. All right. Now it's good to explore. Now, this is the part I'm really excited about. We have an entirely new data exploration. I call this the new Looker, really returning to the namesake. We wanted BI to look and feel great. So we've added not only a number of new AI assistants, but a whole new look and feel, rounded corners. We wanted this to look very googly. It should look and feel like users switch between Google Docs and Office products. So what I did here is to get over the fear of the blank search bar or the blinking cursor, I just clicked a button. Big BI, I call it in its finest. So with one click, Gemini told me, these are some good explorers for you to start with. And there we go. You can even go ahead and take a peek at the semantic SQL that was generated below. So that's one way we can do it, but what if I also, I had a pretty good idea of how I wanted to explore this data. I'm just gonna sort of just describe to Gemini what I want. And so what you're gonna see here is that I describe in natural language, and Gemini is gonna break down the Explorer with key details and then allow me to go ahead and insert this into an Explorer where I can continue the rest of my investigation. This is gonna allow me also to have transparency, to have a look at all of the different fields and things like that. Other things that you'll notice here, all the controls are really easy to find. I can go ahead and edit this in so many different ways. Things are just very, very natural to find when I need them. Of course, you can always switch back to the classic Explorer, but we're pretty sure that once you're here, you're never gonna wanna go back. All right, Gemini's being a little bit shy here. I'm gonna give it another second. There it is, huzzah. Go ahead and insert this. And then my favorite part, we've also added an auto visualization capability. So with one click, we even take the hard part out, determining what visualization is right for this use case. But wait, there's more. So the other thing that I really love is when you might have seen we started with a CSV file. Well, these are considered ungoverned data sets within Looker, and we're marking these with the appropriate watermark, because you can also see with things like agent logs and this Explorer here that we have certified content. This is like the blue chip content that is really, really certified, especially by our analyst team. And we've also totally reimagined the entire Looker experience. And so I can go ahead and here, I can look at things like category. I can start to grab these things and drag them in, moving really, really quickly for the sake of time. We'll grab, what's a few good ones here? We'll look at revenue, sold. Why does this matter? So many of your users are coming from other BI tools, and adoption of BI is, a really challenging thing, and we wanted it to be really familiar. And so you'll start to, again, see AI power, UI control. I can move these things around. I can even then take control of the styling just like that as well. And so really quickly, we're adding some best of the Gemini assistants along with some UI capabilities to make it really familiar, really easy to use. Back to Karthik to kind of talk through how we're taking this to the open platform and some of our semantic modeling capabilities.
Thank you, Sean. It's just simply awesome to experience these demos. To recap, we presented two themes of innovation. The first one was around conversational analytics. The second around AI-powered self-service. The third theme is around evolving the Looker platform as an open, extensible, and more importantly, a trusted platform. We believe that a trusted BI platform must be able to integrate with your existing tools and workflows. We'll tell you about the under-the-hood governance that makes our AI so reliable.
Can we bring up the slides on the, please? There we go.
Oh, slides weren't on?
Nope, you were doing great.
Okay. Thank you. So let's start with semantic modeling. We know that Looker's secret is its LookML, the foundational governed semantic layer. By shifting the burden of SQL generation for applications such as conversational analytics away from the AI and onto the defined model, we eliminate hallucinations and ensure precision. This means that when a user asks a question, the answer is always based on the single source of truth as defined by the user in their semantic layer. Building on that foundation of trust, we are doubling down on enterprise-grade features. For example, Looker today manages the entire development lifecycle, from Git integration to automated testing. What this essentially does for the user is it creates a control plane that catches errors in SQL and in LookML before they ever reach a dashboard. It is this level of governance that gives large enterprises the confidence to scale with Looker. We are truly in the agentic era, and we asked ourselves, how can we make it easier for our developers to move at a faster clip? We are launching a Looker plugin for VS Code to make it easy for users to author Looker's semantic layer. And we have additional AI agents in the pipeline, all towards one goal, improving developer velocity. By using these agents, data teams can significantly reduce manual coding errors and move from raw data onto a governed model in a fraction of a time. And this allows your developers to shift their focus from writing basic syntax to designing high-level data architecture. Looker has adopted and is doubling down on Model Context Protocol as an open standard for BI. This allows any AI client to interact securely with Looker, thereby providing incredible architectural flexibility. Our customers leverage Looker's MCP to either query or edit a LookML to create brand new content, and in some cases, even to build their own health check and monitoring applications. Whether you use our managed MCP solution or an open source system, Looker remains the most extensible way for you to handle your enterprise data. Finally, I'm super thrilled to announce that Looker's semantic layer now natively supports database native definitions like BigQuery graphs and Snowflake semantic views. By being database aware, Looker now becomes an extension of the data warehouse itself. This allows for faster deployment, eliminates redundant coding, and provides the ability to analyze sophisticated data structures that was previously deemed as a little too heavy for your traditional BI applications. In conclusion, we have worked hard to reimagine Looker this past 12 months, but I want to let you all know that we are just getting started. Think of this as chapter 1. We'll be back again next year with a sequel of this movie. But before we wrap up the session, I want to hand it back over to Sean for some more exciting demos.
All right, we can bring up the demo screen again. One more demo to send you home with. All right, so in this case, Karthik also mentioned we've done a lot with what we call the LookML agent, and we built it into a VS Code extension. So we know that IDE fatigue, developer environment fatigue, there's so many out there. We want to make sure to meet the developers where they live, whether that's Claude Code, Cursor, or one of our great Gemini-powered IDEs like the one I'm using here. So with the VS Code extension, you can see I've got all my models and my views here. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take an existing model and I'm going to ask the LookML agent to go ahead and modify this for us. So it's going to go ahead and it's going to create a new measure. It's going to go through its thinking process. It's accessing its different MCP tools. You can do more than just write LookML code within the VS Code extension. You can actually manage the entire LookML lifecycle. So in this example, the tool is going to update the two measures. So we'll go over to my Explore view here. Go to our shipments view. And there you go. Highlighted is my new LookML code. But we can take this even further. Let's then go ahead and take this, and we're then going to actually enhance existing dashboards. We can just drop the tile right there. So whether you are auto-generating a dashboard right from your IDE, you want to add a measure, you want to manage the entire lifecycle of your LookML code, you can do that all with our VS Code extension that's out now for preview. You should see that available. And it's made a new dashboard. All right, so let's see. Did we do it? Yeah, there it is. All right, there's our cancellations by supplier. So we went ahead and we built an entirely new LookML measure with natural language. We added it to a dashboard, saving almost hours in that ad hoc workflow that would normally occur. All right, if we can switch back to the slides, we have a couple more things to make sure that we send you home with. So please, we have a number of great sessions. This was only a whirlwind tour end-to-end of what we're offering from the Looker platform today. We've got great sessions, as you'll see behind me, that you'll make sure to take a picture and make sure that you attend, from semantic modeling to all the work we're doing with conversational analytics and beyond. Please make sure to attend that. Also, if you're stopping by the Looker Expo, we have a dedicated Looker booth where you can stop and learn, talk to some of our developer engineers, as well as some of our product managers. Ask them the hard questions as well as us. Please join us for the discussion group as well. And of course, make sure to scan these QR codes because there's plenty of great stuff coming around. And in the last few minutes, thank you so much. We'll stick around a little bit for questions before they kick us out of the room. But again, thank you so much for showing up in force. And yeah, let us know what you think. Thanks, everybody.